boys? Welcome! I did a video about 10 things I like about CarX, and now it's only fair that we do a video about 10 things I dislike about CarX as well. So, number 1, the interior. So, as you can see, this is the interior and it looks pretty horrible. It looks super cheap. The steering wheel, I think, is the biggest issue. Like, look at these buttons. It's just like one single image here. Let's look at the animation. Yep, the finger goes through the steering wheel. Look at that. The mirrors are pretty horrible as well. I gotta switch the car so you guys can actually see the mirror. Alright, RX-7, yes. Okay, well, this looks super cheap as well. You can see like the radio is like just one single image. Like, look at this area over here. It's like a stretched out image. It looks so poorly made. The mirrors are completely useless. You don't see anything through the mirrors there. This is probably the reason I don't play in first person view. In a set of course I do though, but in CarX, not really. Guys, let me know, does this bother you as well or not? It bothers me a little bit. Number 2, boys, no control over your server. So let's say this is your server, right? We can't remove players from our servers. We can do vote kicks, but if you want to vote ban 5 different rammers, you can't do that. The votes, they have cooldowns. So it would be really cool if we had couple buttons here. Every player would have a kick and ban option, only if you are the server creator, right? This would make it so much easier to organize events in CarX, especially like for streamers and like content creators. And you might say, but people can vote ban in servers. But remember, when there is like a full server, most people are drifting, and when there is a vote going on, most people don't even know about it. So I think like the server admin should have control over the server. I think definitely would help out content creators. Number 3, the car sounds. That's not just me. I've heard a lot of people complain about that. Jesus, that gave me a heart attack. A lot of people have complained about the sounds in CarX Drift Racing Online, especially if you're max revving the engine, right? Oh, wow, nice stunt there. Let's try to listen to the, oh god, the max sound. Not very good. That doesn't sound like an RX-7. That sounds like a crippled Honda. It is understandable, by the way, why these sounds are the way they are. This PC game was originally a mobile game. Basically, we have the mobile graphics and mobile sounds, but I think it's time to like separate the games more. So PC should get higher quality sounds. So this Supra is 1000 horsepower, okay? Here is how a 1000 horsepower Supra sounds like. Oh god, that's sad. Alright, I think we have heard enough. Number 4, no car damage. And I'm not talking about BeamNG crash physics, okay? I don't want the bumper to fall off. In an ideal world, there would be a little bit of damage. I think the best example is Forza Horizon games. Would be nice to see a similar damage model in the future. Usually games don't add the physical damage, scrapes and stuff like that, because the manufacturers, they want the car to look good, you know? But CarX doesn't have licenses to the cars, so that shouldn't be a problem. Jesus. That dude was flipping there. Again, let me guys know what you think about it. I'm sure the developers will check out the comments as well. They usually do. Number 5, boys. There is no AI cars. But Goosey, there's mods, there's traffic mods. I know. Not everyone can have mods, okay? There are console people out there as well. Traffic mod only works in single player at the moment. If you go into online, the traffic is not synced, so it's pretty much useless there. One thing I wanted to talk about AI cars as well is races. So over here is a race map with lights and everything. Like, make them lights work, add some AI cars here, a bunch of them. Imagine 30 more cars here. Would be pretty cool. Fun little single player racing action. Also, another thing would be cool to have cops in the game. Imagine a game mode where there are AI cops and your goal is to get as many drift points as possible before the cops get you. And there are some cop events that you can do with other players though. We have done a couple of such events as well. For example, the drifter versus cops. That video did pretty good. You guys enjoyed that. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. We need cops in the game. There is a cop in the game already. There are cop cars with working lights and sirens. We need these beefy cops to be able to chase other people as AIs. Oh god. Oh, I just ran somebody over. Number 6. the cars are fake. All of these are fake cars. What I mean is burner JDM. That is a Toyota Chaser. Obviously, there's some bad downsides to having fake cars in the game. One of them is there's no badges. The good side is they can add any car they want because they are really not worried about licenses. Like there's a couple of annoying things as well. When I like drift with an RX 7, right, then people ask me like, what car are you using? And while I drift with this car, I can't remember. So I gotta memorize that RX 7, for example, is Falcon RZ. The main problem is the cars look empty. I think that is the main issue, right? You can fix it a little bit with license plate mods. Another thing, like CarX should add like license plates into the game by default. So maybe they like should update the old car models and the interior models because those were done a long time ago in the mobile versions, I believe. Number 7, the livery system. So let's start with stickers. Let's write goosiest here. That's gonna take a long time if we wanna do it on both sides. We need an option to write like a full sentence or something. Wait, okay, let's type goosiest with 3 O's then. Alright, and T, and we are done on one side. Now, if you want it on the other side as well, let's say we put symmetry on the T, right? The name would start over here. We need a G here. We need the first letter over here to be over here, right? So we can't use the symmetry. We actually gotta type the whole thing over here and hopefully it comes out very similar. You don't even know exactly where to start. Ideally, this would be like one sticker. You could like move this text area around the car and like replicate it on the other side as well. Another thing, I feel like when we go into liveries, there should be an option here, a button, search, and if you click the search, then it will be like in Forza Horizon games where a livery search would pop up and you can see other players' liveries. And when you do a livery here as well, we should be able to share that livery because the issue is most liveries, they look horrible in CarX, mine included. That's an attempt on a livery right there. It looks horrible. If you don't know how to do liveries, I feel like there should be a system, a livery system in the game, boys. Do you guys agree or not? I think it should be in the game. Alright, boys. Number 8, no proper drift tracks. Where are they? We have a lot of maps where we can drift on, but not like an actual drift track. That's not a drift track. It's a very huge map where you can drift on. It's just a huge area which honestly looks like a racetrack, not a drift track. You guys agree? This is probably the closest I can think of, although the outside I feel like is mostly for NASCAR racing, but this is a little better. You can actually organize Formula Drift events here and stuff like that. So maybe like smaller tracks similar to this would be very cool. You can fix a lot of stuff with mods, but I wish CarX would take note and take these mod features and put them into the game. Number 9, priority is on mobile version, which is understandable. Mobile games always more profit than PC games. More focus goes into the mobile version, therefore they get all the updates first. On PC everything is delayed. It's mobile, then PC, and then consoles. So for example, soon we're gonna get a Lambo because the mobile version of CarX already got a Lambo. I believe it's gonna be a class 5 car. I mean, it is a Lambo. It is not in the PC version yet, but there will be a Lambo here. So we gotta wait. Mobile gets everything first because mobile is where the money comes from, mostly. Number 10, the rammers. That's maybe me bitching a little bit too much, but the online servers are absolutely horrible. They are horrendous. If you would join any of these, it's full of rammers. What I was thinking was like you should be able to create the server and there should be one extra option here for long-term players that have played the game for 1,000 hours, for example. This would be better for more experienced players, I feel like. If you guys have any other ideas how we could maybe improve the servers, let me know in the comments. Number 11, I don't like that you guys are not subscribed to Goosiest. Look at this beautiful logo. It's a Goosiest logo. Guys, subscribe. Stop fooling around. Anyway, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and as always, most importantly, stay sideways.